Dirtbags Top 10s, where the themes have been beaten to death and most likely done before. So here's another one! Oh yeah, I think it's time. Time to do something that's been done many times. A top 10 video. These videos usually consist of someone who talks like this. You know, someone who speaks so goddamn low you can't understand what the fuck they're saying. Or, it has somebody that's like this. Isn't there at all. And it's strictly text-based.
I'm a happy camper!
Or, it has somebody that can't remember the goddamn lines, and they're too goddamn lazy to get it done correctly. I think I just committed YouTube suicide by making fun about probably 80% of those videos. And there's a reason for this, which you're gonna find out right now. Now you see, I'm a shit disturber by nature. It's all in good fun, but this is an aspect about me that affects how I play games like Mario Party. I'm the one who would have no problem throwing a minigame or fucking you around in some way if it meant you couldn't get a star. Just for the fun of it. I'm an asshole that way. Now you see, there was a reason for my prickiness. It was to make my script flow. But that's one of the things I love about games like Mario Party, Smash Bros, or Mario Kart. There's so many factors that can create such awesome memories for all of us. And although you may not like every game the franchise has put out, if you consider yourself a gamer, hell, even if you don't, I think it's pretty much a law you have to at least like one of these titles. If you don't, you're a bad little boy or girl. Whether it's that bastard Luigi and his skeleton keys that gets mentioned a lot, something I've never experienced since Luigi's my dude, the different boards you play on, or most importantly, the minigames. If Mario Party's brought up, something's going to pop in your mind that stood out for you. Now, with every awesome minigame there is out there, there's about 10 to 20 stupid ones that have followed. So this time, I'm going to present to you Dirtbag's top 10 minigames that make me go, for fuck's sakes! I'll let the video speak for itself. Stop! This has got to be one of the stupidest minigames in existence. Pick a door and hope for the best. No clues, no fuck all. You're destined to lose no matter what. Even as a score-based minigame, it's retarded. It's all based on luck. Oh, come on. Can I at least beat my record of 1? So hard to choose. It's either left or right. Left or right. Left. Yes! The doors of doom muster, bitches! See if I can beat my record of 2! Fuck! But there's a reason why it's number 10 and not at the top of my list. It's harmless. You aren't gonna play this in the main game and be screwed by it. It's one of those rec room games that are there just for fun, which I can still appreciate, but compared to the others, this is just weak. Musical mushroom. Music plays. Do nothing. Wait for the music to stop. Until then, do nothing. Music stops. Run to the middle and hit the chest. Which can be easy to miss, by the way. You done. This has got to be one of the most boring minigames going. All you're doing is waiting for the music to stop so you can actually start playing. Out of boredom, I'll tilt the joystick to keep it in sync to keep me on track with the chest. It's like it preys on your boredom. After like 2 seconds, you aren't paying attention anymore. The music stops and you go, ah, shit! And then your dilemma is, do I run or not even bother at this point? And don't you just hate it when you reach it first but completely miss the chest? Total fail. Facepalm. You let loose a bad word because you just realized you committed the ultimate fuck-up. You know, growing up, I used to love this one. I was the math kid, and being a fan of chess, I immediately thought of the board game every time I played this one, as you always had to be 2 steps ahead of your opponents. As I'd count the fruit, I'd know if going for the coins would be my downfall, or knowing exactly which number to hit to make sure I would leave just the right amount so I wouldn't get stuck with that honeycomb. But obviously, the strategy here isn't anywhere near as complex as chess is. And as you grow older, you realize there isn't any real strategy at all. It's all about your placement. Because as long as you and your opponents have the basic knowledge of the extremely hard concept of counting, all that matters is the order each player is hitting that box. On top of it, this is a really slow game. There isn't any real excitement. All you're doing is hitting the A button once every 5 to 10 seconds, and it outstays its welcome pretty quickly. Also, how many times have you witnessed a player think they're sly by choosing to run out the timer? Screw you, I'm hitting it. You fucking losing this game. Hey, why'd you hit it? Why'd you hit it? Ain't fair. What do you think? Game's gonna let you cheat and you'll be the only exception and that the other players won't do it to you? Which means the minigame will never end? Yeah. Should be allowed to cheat. It's my game. What are you, a dipshit? And yes, I do realize I just fingered myself. Wait. Fuck this bastard, I hate this piece of shit with a bloody passion. You know how just about everyone tends to dread chance time because it can totally destroy your game? You could lose everything that you had built up in just the press of a button? This fucker does that but without mercy. At least in chance time you may luck out and avoid your very own Mario Party suicide, but with this prick, the chances of that happening are very low. So when you land on his face, he comes to pick you up to play a game. Now one would think they could bet a certain amount of coins, right? Right? Nope, fuck you. If you're leading the charge with coins, too bad. You might not be in a second. And of course, it's all luck-based minigames too, as is the theme of gambling, so you can see where that one's going. Just pray you get the chain chomp one. At least there you have the best odds of not being coin raped. You would think you'd have a giddiness or an excitement if you do win and double or even triple your money. I don't. I just feel relieved that I didn't dip out on all my coins because I hit the wrong number on the dice. I just want to get away from him as far as possible. Would you like to take a chance and double your money again? Fuck no. I should poke your eyes through that mask for even suggesting such a thing. Man, was the lottery shop in Mario Party 4 a godsend. I never liked this one. Controls like shit, plays like shit, it is shit. And my dislike for it is in no way, shape, or form a reflection of my capability as a gamer. Okay, but honestly, I don't know why I don't like this one. My heart just sinks a little every time it gets picked. Could be because of the controls, like I had said. Maybe it's because of the bullshit it put me through on Minigame Island. Fuck you, Toad. Or maybe it's the fact that they brought it back for Mario Party 2 with little to no improvements. Either way, this is one minigame I can just do without. There's one thing that I can say that I like about it, is that you can run other players off the road. But chances are a lot would never even know that because you can't do it under normal circumstances. Whoopee! Not! This is one of those minigames that falls into the category of wanting to be teamed up with a computer, an aspect that goes against every bit of a player's common sense in a series like Mario Party. And it's not because the AI is amazing. We all know the AI is usually pretty much borderline brain dead. No, it's because Right or Left is one of those games where you're more or less controlling the actions of the computer as well as yourself. And this game involves having proper control and a huge amount of coordination. Try playing this one with a player who doesn't have a fucking clue. You'll be hugging that wall the entire time, and just when you think you broke free, the Bowser statue will burn your ass. By the end, you'll just be praying the other team finishes so you can just move on and accept your loss. There's been a few minigames that played like this. Bobsled Run, Mooney Lumberjacks, but this is easily the best example of a player having the advantage of being teamed up with a computer, and somebody having the disadvantage of being paired up with an idiot. So fuck you if you're the lucky one, and haha, screw you if you guys are not. There's no question. These have had to be some of the worst minigames of all time. When Nintendo loses a lawsuit over these games, you can't fight it. You know these are some of the worst minigames ever designed. So the story is, as time goes by, people were starting to wreck their controllers and giving themselves welter blisters on their palms because a few Mario Party 1 minigames had you rotate the joystick as fast as possible. Of course Nintendo said you should be using your thumb, but who the fuck was gonna do that? So people sued, and surprisingly, people won. And then da-da-da-da, here came the gloves so people wouldn't hurt themselves anymore. and these were given out for free. Hell, this was the very reason why the original Mario Party will probably never see another release in its lifetime. There's a reason why 2 was added to the Virtual Console over 1. Such a costly oversight on this one. Dum-dums. Now we're diving into the deep horse shit. I fucking hate this one. It doesn't matter what your setup is. The idea is you and a partner have to go around and shoot missiles at the targets. Well, that's just it. You and a partner. And if the driver's fucked in the head, you're screwed. If you're stuck with the computer, it'll usually be able to find the targets easily, but it's so slow. And half the time you gotta time your shot perfectly because the asshole will drive too far, then have to reposition. Fuck, I hate you! If you're the driver, you could have a miserable time trying to find these damn targets. There's no map or pointer to show you where they are. You have to spot them in a surprisingly limited view. You could be right beside one and wouldn't even know it until it was too late. The advantage a computer driver has is complete fucking bullshit. And oh my god, try and get the computer to actually hit a target. You'd have an easier time controlling 2 players on your own. Actually, that sounds really easy now that I think about it. Now, if you're playing with friends, it can be okay, I guess, but it drags on for so long that by the time it ends, I'm so thankful it's over. And it can end in a draw, which drives home the point that you just wasted your time that much more. It's not broken, but it's a total bore or aggravating experience depending on who you're partnered with. Okay, despite not really caring for this one, if you're playing with friends, I have no issue with this game. But playing against the AI is... In fact, there is no playing. You just lose. You just fucking lose this one.
What the hell was wrong with the developers on this one? I've said it once already, Mario Party's AI is laughable. This game, clearly the exception here. Yeah, look down, fuck off. Look at my foot.
Why are these cocksuckers so difficult in this one? You could set them on the easiest difficulty and they'll completely destroy you at this game. Like, look! I was trailing behind to the point I was behind the winner by like 36 points. Even after I replayed it a few times in a row, I still couldn't beat him. This is a horrible game to have come up in story mode, and it always seems to come up often, like it was the developer's choice or something. And to top it all off, the control for moving these blocks are so loose. I don't know how many times I accidentally placed a piece somewhere I didn't want to and just died inside knowing I fucked any chance I had at winning. I'm terrified what these guys are like on the highest difficulty. Good fucking luck.
Now, you know, there was 2 things I noticed while playing story mode in Mario Party 3. A, the minigames were a hell of a lot harder than what I remembered on Mario Party 2, and I totally didn't fuck up that botched up line. And B, I fucking hate most of these 1 versus 3 minigames.
River Raiders, Ridiculous Relay, Title Toss, and especially Handline and Sinker. These have got to be my most hated minigames, and not to vent about them would be a disservice to you. My amazing viewers. This is totally not ass-kissing at all. These all have one thing in common. It is 100% one-sided to the point it's ridiculous. It's easy to tell if you're on the right side. You've won before it even started, unless you somehow totally blow it, and if you did, wow. Okay, where can I start? River Raiders, where everyone is a winner but really isn't because the lone player can cause so much damage to you. While he has first dibs on all the shiny coins, he gets to steer you into logs, make sure you can't get coins, and pretty much rules this river. You're just a carcass on a string hoping not to get beat and pray he manages to miss a money bag. Title Toss. Has anyone actually ever lost on this one when they were on the team? It's like a poor man's shock drop and roll but without the fun. It's easy to predict what the lone player's gonna do, which makes it near impossible for that person to win. I always end up feeling sorry for anyone who gets that spot. Not really though. Now, Ridiculous Relay is another one, but I will admit it's not as bad as some of the others, but it's pretty close as I feel with skill. Either side could win, kinda like Boulder Ball, but it's obvious who has the advantage here. Mr. Paraglider Fuckface player gets to go faster, but has to dodge bullet bills and Goombas. I somehow always have to deal with this godforsaken contraption. 4 inputs just to get the damn thing to move, I hate it! But nothing compares to this dirty little bastard of a minigame. Handline and Sinker has to be one of the worst minigames in existence. It's so unfair if you're one of the little fishies. If there was one game that was one-sided, it was this one. First off, the game lasts a whole minute. Doesn't sound like much, but believe me, it's too much. And the fish players stop and go with their movement, and when you do push forward, it's like half a foot. The lone player could be playing for the first time, could be blind, and would probably still fucking win.
I'm the best.
Now about halfway through editing this video, I had just realized I made 3 negative videos in a row. So next time, I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 10 favorite minigames. That's right, another top 10 video. You don't like it? Well, I don't know what to say. I'm only one guy, I can only think of so much shit at a time. It's a low budget film. Show, whatever. Seriously. This is my tripod. I'm not shitting you, this is my tripod. That's my lighting.
I'm a happy camper!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, definitely like and subscribe. And if you missed last week's episode, here it is. Wait a minute. No, last month. Anyway, part 2 should be here on the way pretty soon. In fact, next month actually. No, wait. Fuck. Next week. I promise you, it's not gonna be a month from now.